Hello YouTube, this is Devin, and we are back with some more Let's Play Transformers. So last time I went and I changed out my minicons so I could have better weapons to fight the boss with, and now we are headed back to the Deep Amazon to take out Cyclonus. Should be fun. And I know I already mentioned this in the last video, but there's a little elevated hallway, it's right there, and there's enemies up there, but there's also a minicon up there, but we can't get there yet, we're going to have to come back later. Now, this is the little escape route. You might remember last time Optimus told us to look for a hidden escape route. That's it right there. It's just an elevator. You just walk onto it and push X, and it'll take you up. And time for another one of those really awesome cutscenes. And now it's time for a boss battle. Now, there's something really important you've got to know. You want to get off the top of the temple as soon as you possibly can. If you don't, you will regret it. Now, just to show you, I will stay on the top of the temple and show you what happens if you stay there. So, here we go. Cyclonus will run up to you, grab you, and then hurl you off the top of the temple. Just like that. And you go flying. So that's why you want to get off the top of the temple as soon as you can. And I actually did not take that much damage. That's really surprising. Now, what you want to do, or at least what I like to do for my strategy, is go to the river. Just go to the river as fast as you can. I'm going to take a few shots at him first, but... Now, once you get to the river, stay under the water in car mode as much as possible, because for some reason, I don't know if it's a glitch, it probably is just a glitch, but Cyclonus's blasters can't get through the water, so the water acts like a shield. It is a little bit cheap, but it's also really handy. Now, what I like to do is I like to drive laps back and forth underneath this bridge for several reasons. One, it makes it hard for Cyclonus to catch me in robot form, and in robot form, he is a pain to take on because he does this weird little charge dash thing towards you. And his blasters in robot mode are pretty powerful as well. But also, when he's in helicopter mode, he has the tendency to get stuck underneath the bridge. Like, he just glitches out and he gets stuck underneath the bridge. And it makes him really easy to hit with your homing missiles. In fact, when I turn around here, you should be able to... Yeah, right there. He was stuck underneath the bridge. And then you just take a few shots at him. Try to avoid his missiles, because his missiles do a lot of damage. I mean, generally try to avoid anything he shoots at you, but especially his missiles. Also, I know I mention this all the time, but the music, really, really good. There's just something about video game soundtracks that's really appealing. Brings back nostalgic memories. Again, just take a few shots at him. I find it's most useful if you shoot your missiles at him as soon as you pop out of the water. Now, compared to some of the other bosses, or at least the bosses that we've already fought, Cyclonus is not as nimble, he's not as fast, so he's much easier to actually hit, but he packs more of a punch than Starscream does. So he's like a tougher but slower version of Starscream. Now, as long as you keep moving, you shouldn't be hit by his blasters. You can still get hit by his missiles, but if you keep moving, he doesn't actually hit you. And now he's in robot mode. In robot mode, he does this. And you just have to jump out of the way. Because if he hits you, it does a lot of damage. So you just gotta move. Just like that. Does a lot of damage. He just killed me. But he didn't actually kill me because I have comeback. And he's smoking, so that's good. We've got him down into the red. Again, I'm just going to head back to the bridge, try to get him stuck underneath it. Now, I think when the developers were designing the game, they initially designed it so that you would fight Cyclonus on that little courtyard area in front of the temple. I don't think they intended for you to fight him down here in the river, but whatever. It is much more of a challenge if you fight him out in the open, but I don't really like fighting him out in the open because I lose. Also, if you fight him in the little courtyard area in front of the temple, you tend to accidentally attract some other enemies to you, like some guerrilla units, or if you didn't kill off all the turrets, there'll still be turrets firing at you, which is really annoying, so I just like fighting him down here. Also, normally, I like to have build-up equipped rather than comeback. Build-up regenerates your health over time, but I honestly don't know where build-up is. I thought I would have found him by now, but apparently not. Holy crap, do you see that? He totally phased underneath the ground and then popped up underneath me. That was kind of crazy. That's not supposed to happen. That was totally a glitch. Also, this should be common sense, but even if a missile doesn't directly hit you, it can still damage your health if it hits nearby. Dang, he's already got my health down into the red again. He packs quite a punch. I mean, his health is considerably lower, and I'll be able to take him out, but he's really tough. Now, his death animation can be awkward sometimes. You'll see what I mean when he dies, but it can be awkward. And I think just a couple more missiles and we should be able to get him. Yep, there we go. So yeah, that's his death animation. He just turns around and then spirals off into the distance. But there have been times when I've killed him and there was a cliff wall directly behind him and he just kind of shoves himself into the cliff wall and spins around and it looks really awkward. But we defeated him, so that's awesome.
Where are they going?
Party's just started. Nice little cheesy video game one-liner right there. But yeah, so Hotshot raises the question, where are they going? Party's just started. Well, they are headed back to their base. There's a mobile base that the Decepticons have in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And it's where they're doing all of their reconning from. Because it's basically a giant naval warship. And so they can move it around wherever they want. They can move it near minicon sites and then have the dropships fly off, unload enemies, and then collect the minicons and bring them back to their naval ship. So it's a really smart strategy. But they're flying off back to the naval ship so they can regroup. And that's where we're headed next time. Next time we're going to go to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and try to mess up their base of operations and basically screw up the Decepticons' plans. Now the next level is my favorite level in the entire game. You meet brand new enemies, you get perhaps the most important minicon in the entire game, and it's just a blast to play. The boss battle is my favorite boss battle in the entire game, and it's just a really fun level. So that's what we're going to do next time. Until then, thank you guys for watching. This has been Let's Play Transformers, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo.